guys, it's Chika. 皆さんこんにちは、Chika です。I have a really interesting video for you today because I'm about to connect with two YouTube creators and we are going to be talking about English learning in each of our countries. お二人も私と同じように英会話をテーマとしたチャンネルをお持ちで、これまで結構同じようなテーマの動画を上げていたり。
Hola amigos, my name is Holly, also known as Miss Holly. Welcome to today's class, which is going to be focusing on pronunciation.Do you know how to pronounce this word? La pronunciación correcta no es McDonald's, es McDonald's.
Hi everyone, I'm Aleena and today we are going to speak about English speaking skills. There are many very good websites on the internet which have very good exercises for English. Start doing that. Really do it.
本当にお二人とお会いしていろんなディスカッションをできるのを楽しみにしています。で、実はこちらのディスカッションは去年からコラボさせていただいているCamblyさんの新しいグループレッスンの機能を使ってやらせていただきます。グループレッスンはもうランダムに他の国の方々と集まって先生と3人の生徒さんで1時間一緒に会話をできるという機能です。で、今回集まる方々はみんな英語は話すのですが、先生がいらっしゃるので3人でただただ喋るのではなくファシリテーションをしてくださる方がいます。実はお猿さんも昨日トライしていて、今までの15分の1対1のレッスンとはまた違ったすごい刺激がありそうな感じだったので Today I get to experience it a little myself and it's going to be really interesting. So let's get started. Alright, we're starting!
Hi everyone!
Hello.
How are you guys doing?Great.
How are you?
Good.
Awesome.
Well, my name's Aleena, and I will be the tutor today. We're just going to talk about studying English in each of your countries. I don't know if you guys would like to introduce yourselves, like briefly. Would it be okay, Chika, if we start with you?
Of course. Hello, I'm Chika. I'm so excited to be here to talk to all of you guys about English learning. I grew up in the US. You guys already know about me, so let's skip to the other two.
Thank you very much. Aleena, would you like to go next?
Hi everybody, my name is Aleena Rais. I am right now in New Delhi. I've been doing blogging and teaching online for the last 5 years now. Otherwise, I'm a chartered accountant. I come from hardcore accountancy background. I've worked in corporates for 3.5 years. Then I dropped my regular job because I wanted to do something of my own.And hence I started making videos.
Thank you so much. superholly.
I have a similar story to Chika. I thought it was interesting. When I was around 6, I moved from the US to Mexico. I was fortunate enough to do a total of 8 years in Mexico. I started off with tutorials and DIYs. In 2018, I stopped trying to do the bilingual format because I realized that the algorithm does not understand two different audiences on one channel. And so I was just like, I just want to do things in Spanish, but I'll help people with their English.
Well, something that you three have in common is that all of you started by teaching sort of like English online. I would like to know a little bit more about your countries and is it difficult to learn English? Is it accessible to them? If you could share with us, Chika, and then Aleena, and then superholly.
English is something that people feel like they should work on, but there isn't that huge necessity that kind of like really pushes them. So you really have to be motivated. I think confidence is a huge thing for Japanese people, both in kind of the language confidence, but also just confidence in themselves to express themselves freely. A lot of people are embarrassed about their pronunciation.They feel like they have to be a native speaker in order to speak.
There's something weird going on in India around English. People are they're mad about English. I don't understand this madness. All the celebrities, like literally every celebrity in India only speaks in English. They attach status to English. People get embarrassed just the way you mentioned, Chika, that people feel embarrassed about their pronunciations. I say there's nothing to feel embarrassed about. Why are you embarrassed?It's just a language, nothing else.
Are people in India very sensitive about their pronunciation? Very
sensitive. A lot of people would look down upon people who do not have command over English.
What about accents? The Indian accent is quite distinct. In my previous job, I worked with a lot of people in India when I was doing consulting, and it took me a little while to get used to some of the accents, but I just wondered how, people in India feel about the Indian accent.
I've received a lot of feedback on these lines where people tell me, your English is good, but why don't you work on your accent? I'm like, I'm an Indian. I have my Indian accent. So we enunciate very well. If you know, we are too much into ters. Like Americans do not pronounce "t" a lot, right? If they have to say a word that has "t" in it, they will probably eat up that sound. I cannot think of an example right now, but
I need one because I want to know if I eat it.
Little.
American would probably say it as little. They will eat up "t," but we'll be
I
like
see.
little.
Yeah, you're right.
We stress a lot on all of these, what do you call them, syllables, and that's Indian accent. And I love my accent. I don't want to have a people do talk about accents and stuff, but I feel that there is an acceptance for Indian accent. I've seen Instagram videos where Americans are talking in Indian accent. And I like to do it, and I like it. It's funny to watch. I feel English is just a tool. Whatever pronunciation just get the work done. Yeah, that's all you need.
One of my favorite things about your videos, exactly, because you have that accent, and when you talk on your videos, you're like, okay, this is me, and you can be you. And if you have that accent, who cares? And now to Hispanics, superholly.
Aleena just made me think about it's just a language. Like, to me, that embodies so much, because someone like me, that maybe because they hear me speaking Spanish, they think I'm Mexican, which to me is like a huge compliment. But then if they hear me pronouncing English the way I do, because it's my first language and I'm from the States, some people actually think that I'm trying to show off, or that I'm trying to be like snooty or have some type of attitude. It's just a language. And one of my favorite videos that I've ever shared was going down to help my parents pack up, and they were moving back to the States. So they lived in Mexico for most of their adult lives, and they were basically retiring. And somebody wrote in the comments, Holly, we know you speak English, okay? You don't need to like show off and speak it with your parents. And I was like, what? Like, I was so confused, because I'm like, imagine that you're speaking your native language with your parents and someone thinks you're showing off. Like, it's not that. It's just a language. And unfortunately, yeah, there's a lot of feelings tied to it. And I'm not saying that those aren't valid reasons. You know, people feel some type of way because probably someone in their life thought they were better because they spoke English, or because they had the chance to live in the US and come back and like probably bragged about it. I mean, who knows? But I think it's great that we have platforms and we can try to help dispel that and like help people see that it's just another way that we can participate in someone else's culture and communicate with people across the world.
I just wonder, with like just education, maybe the education that you guys went through in your country, what was education like for you guys?
I'll go first.
Yeah.
India is good with education.
Yeah.
Not all the schools, but many of the schools are doing brilliantly well. And there's a new board that has got introduced in India. It's called International Board. And many schools are adopting that board. Earlier, we had the board which was run by government, but this is something new. And we're trying to adopt the pattern that is followed abroad in India to teach students.
India as a country is very focused on and prioritizing English learning.
I love the way people are so interested in education. Kids are really catching up, and education is prioritized. But then, because of lack of money or resources, some people are not being able to provide their kids with good education. But otherwise, there are good resources available otherwise.
I would say in Mexico, a lot of public schools will have very, very basic rudimentary English classes. And they always say, we never get past el verbo to be. Like, they're just to be all day
That's
long,
true.
right? But then there's really good private schools. I think education in Mexico is really good, but the English, it's got kind of a hit or miss, whether you're going to learn English or not. But I feel like everybody knows. I think you were saying this, Chica, like people are concerned about like, I should be doing this. I should be learning more. I know it's good for my future. I know it's going to open more doors for me. Sometimes that still isn't enough motivation to put in the work.
What about you, Chica? Do you want to express what is education in Japan?
I moved to the States when I was 6 and was educated in the US all the way through university. So I didn't actually experience much education in Japan. But from what I see, what I hear, international schools, they are really expensive. So most people go to local Japanese schools. And there is English education there, and it's getting better. Like they're starting at elementary school, kind of incorporating English lessons, but it's not really enough. Being a parent myself, I have a lot of, moms and dads that watch my channel and they're just like, what can we do to get our kids to speak English? I can't speak it, but I really need our kids to, because I think it's going to open up a whole nother world for them. And it will, and it does. And I can see that just watching my daughter when we travel, just being able to, have conversations with people around the world. Yes.
Your daughter is learning both Japanese and English at the same time.
Yeah, I'm trying to get her to be bilingual. Yes.
English is a beautiful language, especially if you want to travel the world. But at the same time, I want people to know that you're not supposed to attach a lot of status to the language. If you do not know the correct pronunciations, all right, you just have to communicate, right? Come up with whatever you know. Just communicate and leave. Just move on.
Nobody speaks perfect English. Nobody. It doesn't exist. This is like a standard that we have up in the sky that doesn't exist. Native speakers mess up all the time,
Yeah,
And so
right.
communication, not perfection.
I'm constantly telling people, you only live once, just get out there and do it. What's the worst that can happen? And I think with my husband, he put himself out there and started using Cambly, and it's been crazy watching him, because just having the opportunity to speak it on a more frequent basis has changed his English learning so much, and he's just more confident. And I think confidence is huge, speaking any language, because the language itself is a tool. I would say just try it, get out there and do it.
Well, I want to say thank you to the three of you. You guys are inspiring lots of people out there. I am so grateful that I'm the one that got to be with you in this class. So I am very, very grateful with Cambly for this. And I wish you all the best. I don't know if you guys would like to say your goodbyes. You can go ahead and do it.
It's just great to get on your computer and be able to connect with people around the world. That's just crazy that you can do that and have these conversations. Cambly's for English learners, but I think it can be for like people like us as well that just want to connect with people.
Yeah, we can just chat, like have some tea together.
The group lessons, they're awesome.
Yeah.
Many times I'm just quiet. I have a Brazilian talking to a Turkish student and a Saudi Arabian student, and they're like, is it true that in Saudi Arabia you have to wear a niqab? I'm like, yes, it's
Oh
true.
my
You have
gosh.
to- It's so fun.
My husband did it yesterday. We tried it out and talked to someone from Brazil and India. I guess the teacher left for a little bit because like she had to tend to her kids, and he's like, oh no, like what do I do? But he said that the gentleman from India was very outgoing and, just started talking, which would never happen in Japan. If they were all Japanese, they'd just sit there until the teacher comes back.
I think that the group format is also good for people who are a little bit more introverted or not as confident in their English yet, because a one-on-one conversation can be really intimidating because you're in charge of half of that, and if you can be maybe 25% of the conversation, or let the more talkative people take over.
And it's so real because when you go out there, it's not going to just be native English speakers. Like it's going to be everyone speaking English. So I feel like it's closer to real life, I feel like.
So girls, thank you so much.
Guys,
All right. Nice meeting you guys.
take care. Nice meeting you all.
Oh my gosh, it was a lot of fun. Our group lesson was for an hour and it went by so fast. We all had a lot in common. We started out talking about English learning, but then our conversation shifted to talking about influencers and then just women in general, talking about age, mindsets, and just like all sorts of stuff. Cambly の新しいグループレッスンという機能を使って今日は海外のクリエイターさんたちとお話しさせていただいたんですけれど、ものすごく面白かったです。パソコンをねパッと開いてインドの方とメキシコの方、アメリカの方とバッて急につながっていろんなことをピンポイントでお話しできるなんてなかなかない体験。でもとっても面白かったし、このキャンブリーの新しいプロダクトの魅力っていうのを自分の肌で感じることができました。こちらのグループレッスンはインターミディエットとアドバンストっていうのがあるので、ベースはあってもう少しリアルな会話をしてみたいとか、もっとトピックについて話したいとか、1対1のレッスンとはまた全然違う環境で、刺激もたくさんあるし、他の英語学習者の方の英語を聞くことによって学べることもたくさんあると思うし、そのいろんな英語になれるっていう意味でもすごいいい機会だと思います。実際世界に出たらネイティブの方ばっかりじゃないですから、バイリンガル英会話の中で最も再生されているマクドナルドのドライブスルー動画でもお伝えしたように、ネイティブの人ばっかりじゃないんですよ。もちろんアメリカはいろんな国から来ている ので、皆さんだからやっぱりいろんなアクセントとか喋り方があるので、それをうまくもう聞こえなかったら What was that? とか What did you say? Could you say that again? っていう風にもう聞くしかないので、単純に全て聞き取れなくてもちゃんとそれをもう一回聞くっていうことさえできればどうにかなるかと思います。第二言語として英語を勉強している人の方が圧倒的に多いんですよ、世界には。だから本当にそういうリアルな状況を体験できるすごい機能だなとやってみて思いました。グループレッスンはまだちょっとって思う方はもちろんマンツーマンのネイティブの方と話せるものもありますし、おさるさんが結構詳しくそれについて以前の動画でシェアしています。そちらもぜひチェックしてみてください。Alright guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun for me. I hope you had fun as well. Cambly ちょっと興味あると思った皆さん、概要欄にプロモーションコードだったり皆さんにお得な情報をシェアしていますので、ぜひチェックしてみてください。Alright guys, thank you so much for watching and I will see you guys again soon. Bye!
We come alive.